Hey, how you doing, people? Hope you're having a good weekend. Before I get into the topic, I just did this thing right here for Steve Jobs saying rest in peace. Whether you love him or hate him, Apple did come out with some great products like the iPhone, the iPad, and he's the driving force behind them. And in fact, he died I don't know whether it's the same day or the next day that they announced a new Apple product, the iPhone 4S, and his handpicked replacement did the presentation. He couldn't do it, and I think they said he died with his friends and family by his bedside. So I think he had a peaceful like passing on. So just figured I'd do that real quick with Steve Jobs before I get into the topic. But now let me get into the topic. Alright, on the left hand side is an iPad, on the right hand side is the Amazon Kindle Fire. Lately there's been a lot of talk on the streets and the media about the Kindle Fire, the Kindle Fire being the iPad killer. I even was, I mean, I've heard was in the post office the other day, and a lady told the post office clerk that, what did she say? She said no, she didn't say, she said the Amazon Nook color was coming out and that it was better than the iPad, and the clerk didn't know what she was talking about, but she was talking real loud, and most people in the post office looking at her like, what is she talking about? And I knew exactly what she was trying to say. She was trying to say the Amazon Kindle Fire is coming out. She was trying to say it was better than the iPad and that it's cheaper than the iPad. And at that image, I'm not sure those images were done at scale because the iPad is really supposed to be like 10 inches. You know, if you measure the screen diagonally, that's like, well, it's really 9.7 inches, but it's 10 inches to the Kindle's 7 inches, which is supposed to be, you can tell it's wider, so maybe that's just why it looks that way. But anyway, back to the point. I know a lot of people are going to spend Christmas deciding whether they want to buy themselves, maybe even their children, an iPad or a Kindle, or even if you don't celebrate Christmas, some people just people have really gotten into the consumer electronic gadgets. This to me is kind of a phenomenon because they're not. I mean, they're computers being that they have CPUs and they can be programmed and stuff like that, but they're not really computers. But I'm surprised people is jumping into the smartphone and tablet market like they have. People really love this stuff when, it shocked me. And I'm pretty sure that Apple is very happy that they have, and I'm pretty sure Amazon, even though this Kindle Fire isn't out yet, it's going to be out November 15th. I think they already had over 250,000 pre-orders for it. So a lot of companies are happy that people are getting into this smartphone high-tech stuff. But well, like I said, my purpose is to give you an idea of what it is, what the Amazon Kindle Fire is, how it compares to the iPad, and help you make a buying decision. In these upcoming months. So let me go on to the next page. Right, what you have here is an Android. That's kind of like the symbol for what the Amazon Kindle runs on. It's called the Android operating system, and I'll put a note at the bottom just to let people know. I guess I think people get confused because Motorola makes these commercials where they have these robots fighting, and a lot of times you don't know what in the world is going on. But anyway, they make a phone model called the Droid, and the phone model called the Droid actually uses the Android operating system. But the Droid model does not stand for I don't know. It's just I know people got it confused, and it just sounds confusing. But they actually they call the model the Droid, and it uses the Android operating system. And I gave a brief explanation because I know a lot of people use these terms and see these terms and don't really know what they mean. So an operating system is a program, or actually a set of programs that allows you to use their hardware, whether it be a tablet, computer, cell phone, even your microwave to a degree has an operating system. It has like an integrated chip that has like a set of functions that just go into operating your microwave. So I'll put down a list of Android OS. You can use it on tablets, smartphones, and it's not HTC uses Android, Samsung uses Android. It's not limited to one manufacturer. And I believe Android. Well, Google takes a part in it. I forgot it's called the there's some kind of committee they put together, but that develops it. But Google basically runs that committee, so Google controls what happens with Android. iOS is the operating system for the iPads, the iPhones, and the more recent iPods. The old iPods, I don't know what they even call that. I don't know whether it's an iOS or something else, but I think it's only the most recent iPods that you can actually upgrade and get updated iOS services. And of course, PCs, you have Windows 7. I didn't list XP, I didn't list Vista or the other stuff because this is the one that people see on TV most, Windows 7. The Windows 8 is coming out next year. In OS 10, they have Lion, they have Tiger, they have quite a few of them, but those are that's an operating system as well, and those are for Macs. And the reason why I'm explaining these again is because people who see these terms, Android, what does it all mean? Android to Android, that's just the operating system. Now you hear about apps. Apps actually run on top of the operating system. They're really kind of two separate things, but the apps are made to work with the operating system, but the underlying, the base programming for these devices is the operating system. Go to the next page. All right, now let's get down to the nitty-gritty. People are saying that the Amazon Kindle Fire is better than the iPad. Is it better than the iPad? Now, the quick answer to that question would be no, but quick answers don't always tell the whole, they don't always tell the whole tale. It really depends on what it is that you want to do with this device. For instance, most people who are going to use the Amazon Kindle and going to use the iPad, the basic things they use it for, they're going to check the emails, they're going to browse the web a bit, they'll watch movies, they'll play some games, and reading ebooks. Now, reading the ebooks is something that the Kindle more than likely is going to be able to do much better than the iPad because they already have Kindles out. Like this Amazon Kindle Fire is color, but the previous Kindles were black and white, or what you call grayscale, and they were basically for reading books. And they were very good at reading books. I see people on the subway, the buses, people like to read them on books. They're light. Um, and you can store like the one on the Kindle Fire, I think it's 8 GB, but and I'm not sure the storage requirements were for the other ones, but actually ebooks don't take up that lot of space, so I think you can have like hundreds or maybe it may be even thousands of books on one device, and so you could like almost take a little library around with you and read any book you want to while you're on the go. And on top of that, this one is color. Is always get, like I said before, the other ones were grayscale. But back to comparing this to the iPad. Now, email, web browsing, movies are all good, but let's say you want to shoot pictures. With this Kindle Fire, it has no camera. It has no front-facing camera, no back-facing camera. It doesn't even have a microphone, so you can't take pictures, you can't shoot movies, you can't do Skype, you can't do Skype because there's no microphone. There's a lot of things that you can't do, but the big question is, do you really want to use this device to do those things? I mean, if your answer is no, then hey, that helps you make your decision a lot better. Like, if I put down the price there, $199. I mean, it's $200 basically, and your cheapest iPad is generally $499, $500. Difference of $300. Now the iPad has front-facing camera, rear-facing. The iPad 2 anyway has front-facing camera, rear-facing camera. It has, I think, what, 400,000 apps. It has, you can shoot movies with it. You can do Skype. You can do video Skype. You can take pictures, shoot movies. What else? You can dictate to it. You can do like voice dictation, and it'll save voice dictation, stuff like that. But I mean, that stuff is cool, and you have more. I guess you'd have more gaming. I think the Android system has like 200,000 apps, and I think the iPads have twice that many. But how many of those apps are actually useful to you is anyone's guess. But like I put right here on the screen, the email, the web browsing, the movies, games, and reading ebooks. I think your average person would probably be happy doing just that. And on top of doing just that, they can save $300. I mean, this one model has Wi-Fi. I think all of the iPads from the first to the last, they all at least have Wi-Fi. This one doesn't have 3G. I think they're going to be coming out with a 3G model later on. But do you need to be on the internet 24/7 as as you travel and go places? And if Wi-Fi is not good enough for you, then this probably might not be a big deal. If you really want 3G and have access, anywhere, everywhere, then until they come out with the model of 3G, this is not your thing. But even the base iPad, I think, doesn't have 3G. I think you have to go with the 699 or the 599 model before you get 3G base as your base option. So that's one thing that you can think about if you decide you want to buy that. There's a smaller screen. Just checking my list, see if I missed anything. I don't think I missed anything. So I already mentioned that there's supposed to be over like 250,000 pre-orders. Like people have already bought it, and even though it's not even out yet. So if you hear about this thing, this Amazon Kindle Fire on the street, and people saying it's an iPad killer and stuff like that, this just explains to you what it's really all about, and you can make your decision. Hopefully, this stuff that I've told you has cleared things up, and you can make whether it's a Christmas buying decision or just a technology buying decision. Hopefully, you'll be able to make it with a little bit more knowledge, and just be able to make a smarter buy. Um, Thanks for listening, and I hope your weekend was good because today is Sunday. So you take care. Peace.